How do you envision the perfect game? Maybe it needs to have great PvP aspects. Maybe you crave mind-boggling lore. Or maybe the game has to give you some inner peace or make you feel like a little kid again. For me, it is quite simple, to be honest. It needs to have exciting gameplay loops, good graphics, well, I'm a graphics junkie, intense and somewhat difficult high-end content, profound storytelling, and most of all, good community support and caring company behind everything. Now you might say that there are loads of games like that, and I would agree. But for me personally, some games just do not scratch the itch. There have been only a handful of games that I played that ticked all of these and made me feel super engaged at the same time. For me personally, there have been only 3 games like that in the past 4 to 5 years. They are Cyberpunk, Destiny 2, and obviously Helldivers 2. Cyberpunk is a single player game, so for now let's focus only on the online games. That leaves us with only 2. You might already start to understand what I'm getting at. If you have played Destiny 2, you know that its roots actually date back to 2014, Bungie's first Destiny game. I have a friend who kept telling me to try Destiny 2 back in 2020. Somehow I did not know what the hell that is, and it looked stupid to me at first. One day in early 2021, I finally decided to try it. It got me so addicted that I did 120 hours in the first 2 weeks alone. The game had lore, gameplay, armor sets, dungeons, raids, nightfalls, PvP, even PvEVP. I'm looking at you, Gambit. Awesome exotic missions, seasonal content, gazillion guns, beautiful locations. I got so addicted that I wished I could rewind the time back to 2014 and experience everything since the early days of Destiny. Sadly, back in those days, I did not have a PlayStation and I couldn't experience it. In the 3 years that I've been playing Destiny 2, I soaked almost 3,500 hours into it, and I did not regret even a single one. I even met most of my friends that I have now through Destiny 2. I made a clan with a Discord server and invited only the people I knew were going to fit in. I built a community of like-minded people. We even attempted and completed day 1 raids, the pinnacle of Destiny 2 content. Once we got bored, we started doing low man raids, which basically means that you go into raids not with 6 people as usual, but you go in as 2 or 3. And not only that, we tried and managed to do all of them flawless, without any deaths. So you could say I became a crackhead at Destiny. After all this time though, during the last few seasons, the community started noticing more and more that Bungie stopped caring about the game and especially about us players. Specifically after everyone saw what their 2023 expansion, Lightfall, was. Since not everyone here plays or has played Destiny, I won't go too deep into it. But as an example of their greediness, dungeons that come throughout the year of the expansion have to be paid separately if you get the standard edition. Think about that for a second. You have to pay $50 to play the expansion. And on top of that, you need to pay, I believe, 20 more to get the content that should come with the expansion. It should not be like this. So that is the short version. A few months ago, I realized as well that it is not looking good for Destiny 2, and I don't really want to be a part of a game where the company that made it does not even care about their own community. Now I kind of keep up with the game, I keep up with the updates. Don't get me wrong, I still love the game, but now I'm being super careful. For now, I'm watching it very carefully before deciding on whether I should get the expansion or not. I used to pre-order the expansion as soon as you could buy them. I would probably keep playing it, but this time something hit me different. Short breaks from the game did not help, and I still feel this weird emotion towards Bungie and how they act. After I quit Destiny, I started playing Counter-Strike 2 for a few months, and once I got tired of the cheaters, Helldivers 2 appeared like an angel from the sky. And since I was still thinking about playing Destiny, the relationship between me and Helldivers started looking like this.
We're gonna be friends?
Yeah. You wanna be my friend?
We're not gonna be friends.
While I'm still thinking about Destiny 2 and wondering if I should come back or not, Helldivers caught me by a complete surprise, and I started wondering, how can a game be that perfect? Remember those points I made at the beginning of the video? Helldivers checks all of those and goes way beyond that. Helldivers 2 reminded me of that spark I had when I started playing Destiny 2. The developers at Arrowhead really caught my attention, and I started to remember how it feels when the company actually cares about their players, about their game, and everything surrounding it. Yes, the game of course gets repetitive after playing it for a while, but so does every other game. And yes, the game is obviously not perfect, but I hope it will be 10 times better than it already is in the future. I switched to Helldivers 2 because I started having that same feeling I had when I started playing Destiny. It felt engaging. The world feels big. It feels like you are a big part of something. The gunplay, honestly, just feels ridiculously good. You can literally land in different planets during their night and day cycles, unalive bugs and commie robots. That is just insane. This game hooked me so much that I want to be a big part of it. Maybe even help out the team leaders at Arrowhead by pitching ideas for some new and interesting content, which by the way is already sitting in my head. Everything about this game just feels, I don't know, different and similar at the same time. There's actually a few reasons why I'm telling you this story. One of them is very simple. I simply wanted to share my gaming journey and how everything went down, and maybe you could even relate. Another one is a little bit different though. The reason I told this story is because we can probably all agree. If you play a certain game for too long, you get burnt out and you need breaks. This might happen with Helldivers 2 as well, but that does not mean that the game is bad. So for the returning people, I just wanted to say that you might see different content in the future. I might even come back to Destiny, who knows. Nevertheless, I will always try to make my videos as best as I can. As I'm editing this, I completely forgot to do the outro, so here goes. If you like this story, drop a like, drop a sub. I would really appreciate it. I'm a growing channel. If you want to hear more about this, you can always come over to my Twitch channel. We can talk, see how we connect, and just chat in general. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you on my next video. Bye bye.